actually seen kind of all three phases of COVID. I was originally out doing the swabbing to test people for COVID, and then my actual home unit, I'm a COVID nurse where all I do is COVID, and I see people who are so sick and at their lowest. And now I get to be out here actually vaccinating people, and you kind of see it full circle. So just every shot we give, I just think that's one less person that's going to end up in the hospital and be on the other side of the hospital walls. It's been super rewarding. People are so grateful just to come and have an opportunity. They're saying that they've been checking the site for days and days, and they were so surprised to even see this site come up and in their own neighborhood, in their own backyard. So they're just so happy that there's even an option to come and get even a chance to get a vaccine. They just want to tell everybody, thank you so much. I had a lady ask who she can write to because we did so awesome of a job. Just so proud to be serving our people on our own soil. And they're just so grateful to get a vaccine, for someone to give you a shot in their arm. They've never been happier.
According to CDC, DOD, and everyone else, best ways to safeguard against the COVID-19 epidemic would be, one, to get the vaccine. Right now, there's two that we're using, Moderna and Pfizer. They both have like a 95% effective rate against it if you get both shots. And then the others would be using the 3 W's, which is wear a mask, wash your hands, and watch your distance. The first dose starts to build your immunity, but it's not complete until you get that second dose to make sure you get that 95%. So the first dose, yeah, you're building immunity, but that second dose like cements it, and that's how they get that 95% number. I know a lot of people are worried about the vaccines because they're like, oh, it came out so quick. Yes, it was expedited, but they didn't skip any steps through that process. Like, it still had to get approved by the FDA. They still had to do phase 3 clinical trials. And like they said, it's a 95% effective against COVID-19. Can you see me smiling underneath this? Even though the vaccination should help you combat COVID-19, you still have to remain vigilant. You still need to wear your mask, wash your hands, and maintain your distance to ensure we flatten the curve and decrease the spread of the virus.
All right, you are good to go.
COVID-19 vaccination. Information for people with disabilities and their care providers. COVID-19 vaccines help protect you from getting COVID-19. Millions of people in the U.S. have received COVID-19 vaccines in recent months. COVID-19 vaccines are safe and effective. CDC recommends that people with disabilities get a COVID-19 vaccine as soon as it is available to them. Having a disability alone does not mean someone is at higher risk of getting COVID-19. However, many people with disabilities have certain health conditions that can place them at higher risk of getting very sick from COVID-19. Some of these conditions are obesity, diabetes, cancer, and heart disease. In addition, someone may be at higher risk because of where they live, such as a group home or long-term care home. People might also be at higher risk if they are in close contact with care providers or if they have difficulty following prevention recommendations, like wearing a mask, staying at least 6 feet away from others, avoiding crowds or poorly ventilated spaces, and washing their hands. Talk to your doctor about your health conditions that might put you at higher risk for getting very sick from COVID-19 and about getting a COVID-19 vaccine. when to get your COVID-19 vaccine. It is important that people with disabilities get a COVID-19 vaccine as soon as it is available to them. You or your care provider can contact your state health department to ask about when the vaccine will be available to you and how to sign up for an appointment to be vaccinated. Getting the vaccine. When you go to get your vaccine, be sure to follow all prevention recommendations, like wearing a mask, staying at least 6 feet away from others, avoiding crowds or poorly ventilated spaces, and washing your hands. After getting a COVID-19 vaccine, you should receive a vaccination record card that tells you what vaccine you received, the date you received it, and where you received it. All people who get a COVID-19 vaccine will be monitored on site for 15 minutes after receiving the vaccine. Some COVID-19 vaccines require 2 doses. If a second shot is needed, make an appointment for the appropriate date and time. For scheduling assistance, contact the location that set up your first appointment or call your local health department. If you have a caregiver, this person might be able to help you schedule your appointment. What to expect after your vaccination. COVID-19 vaccines commonly cause symptoms like pain, redness or swelling at the injection site, fever, chills, tiredness, or headache. These side effects may affect your ability to do daily activities, but should go away in a few days. Contact your doctor if your side effects are worrying you or do not seem to be going away after a few days. And even after you are vaccinated, follow current CDC and health department guidelines on wearing a mask, physical distancing, avoiding crowds and poorly ventilated spaces, and washing your hands often. For more information, CDC has resources available on COVID-19 and COVID-19 vaccines that are easy to read for people with limited English and in American Sign Language. There are also resources in other formats like Braille. For more ASL videos, go to CDC's YouTube channel. For the latest information, visit cdc.gov/coronavirus.